Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So I missed yesterday. These last 1 or 2 days have been brutal, and I was very exhausted yesterday, and I missed the shooting the video. So I'm going to do one right now. I'm still tired. We had Anand Mela today, and I was busy with that most of the day today. And this whole week, last week, basically going to the temple and cutting more vegetables than I've ever cut in my life. So yeah, it was a lot of fun and exhausting. So I'll catch up. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll shoot 2 videos tomorrow. So there was something that came up, and as usual, if you want to forward that I want to share with you. So if you want to forward straight to the verse, then forward to the place where you start seeing the screen, not just my face, but the laptop screen as well. So yeah, what I wanted to share was the journey of chanting. If you or bhakti, if you are interested in taking yourself to a place of bhakti or taking yourself to a place of Krishna consciousness, then how to start and how to begin and just some steps in how it's worked for me, because I have been new to chanting as well and I've made progress and I can share how that worked. So the way it worked for me is I made an intention. So I have a different process for commitments versus intention. So I'm very rare, like this has been a commitment to me to do the Bhagavad Gita verses, but it's very rare for me to commit like that. I usually set intentions. I'll set strong intentions. So I set an intention to do one round a day, and one round means 108 times, one mala, one round of the beads, to chant. And the chant, of course, is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. That's the Mahamantra chant. So I set an intention to do that, and I would do that for many months. I would do that some days. I would not do that some days. I would, like, for actually since last year, I would, sometimes do it, sometimes not do it. Maybe even last year, July, August, or something. And so it's been a year, and I just kept saying that I want to do this. I want to set the intention. I want to start with one, and I want to get to a place where I do one consistently before I make a commitment to do it consistently. So I didn't want to make a commitment until I felt like I could follow through with it, because I was already doing it. That was the process. That was my thinking. So it had been like a long time, maybe 7, 8, 9 months, 10 months or something. And I was doing that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do, and I would do that some days, and sometimes I would do two, but I would do that one. I would try. And I went to India. I didn't manage to do it even then. So this is very recent, actually, the shift that happened. So, but I had this intention, right? I had this intention for bhakti. I had this intention for wanting to go down this path, and I would pray to God to help me with my path to bhakti. So, and many times what I would think is I wanted to do it in the car. While I was driving, it was easy, especially when I was going to the temple. My mind was already there, like I'm going to serve Krishna, and I want to, my mind is already in that direction. So that intention was to do it in the car, on the drive there or on the drive back, which I didn't manage. Many times I would just listen to Bollywood music because I like that, or I would listen at best to kirtan. So I started switching over to kirtans much more, because I like the music, and the kirtans give me high quality music, which is oriented towards Krishna. So I after I got back from India, there was a shift, and I decided to go to Mangal Aarti in the mornings. And I decided I'm going to chant on the way there, and I decided I'm going to listen to the chanting of Srila Prabhupada. There are YouTube videos where he's chanting in the background, and I can chant along with it. So I don't have to have the beads in my hands, because that feels a little bit difficult, and especially when I'm driving it, of course I can't do it. But even otherwise, it feels a little difficult because there are little things. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it without the beats, and I'm going to just listen. That's something I decided, that I'm not going to push myself to do it on the beats. It's probably better to do it on the beats, but I decided that I'm not going to push myself to do that. I'm going to push myself to do the rounds. And it shifted, and I was able to do it. Like now I'm able to do 5 rounds whenever I go to Mangalarti. When I don't go to Mangalarti, the commitment is still 1 round, and I will do 1 round every day. But when I'm going to Mangalarti, then on the drive there and back, I will do 5 rounds. So it worked out great. It worked out really fantastic. And the thing is, it became easy for me. The having Prabhupada's chanting in the background made it like much easier. But even otherwise, I don't have to push myself. I don't have to so what I'm trying to say is that when we're chanting and there's noise outside, then we might get distracted with the noise outside. Or if there is internal noise, like I don't feel like doing this, let me listen to Bollywood music instead. So external noise or internal noise is there. So when you're starting your rounds, or when you're starting chanting, or when you're starting bhakti, when you're starting anything, pretty much, if you start with the intention that I'm going to do this as best as I can. So if there is a lot of pull towards Bollywood music, then, or whatever the replacement of Bollywood music is for you, if you have a lot of pull towards that in that moment, then let yourself go towards that. But in whatever moments you have where you feel like, yes, I can do it, capture them immediately and do it immediately. You know, whenever you feel like, okay, this is a moment where it can happen, capture it. So don't beat yourself up for not doing it perfectly, and not doing it at the right time, and not doing it like, at least that's my process, for not doing it with the perfect amount of emotion, or for not doing it with the perfect amount of focus. Don't beat yourself up for any of that. If you're feeling pulled towards something else, just do that something else in that moment. Don't fight it. Don't expend your energy in pushing against that pushing against the forces of Maya. In that moment, go along with it. But in whatever moment you feel like, yes, I am feeling motivated right now, immediately jump at it, and immediately capture it, and immediately do it. So if you want to start with 1 round a day, then do that. And if you don't even manage it every day, that's okay. Keep keep this intention that you are going to get to that. Basically, keep the faith that you're going to get to that eventually. Whenever that happens, you're going to get to that. And keep the intention, I want to get to that. And when you have that intention and the faith that you're going to get to that, and this holds true for anything in life, basically, right? But I'm specifically talking about the chanting right now. If you have that faith, that and the intention, then you will get there. You will for sure get there. And then once you get there, then you can have the intention for the up level. Like now I want to up level, and I want to do the chanting not just while driving, but I want to take out time so that I can actually sit and I can really focus on the emotion that I'm feeling of bhakti, like to say to God when I'm chanting every name that I'm saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Every time I'm saying it with emotion. I'm saying, God, please accept my devotion. Please accept my chanting. Please accept me. Please. So to say it with emotion and to say it with love. God, I am saying this. Krishna, I am saying this to you because I love you and I want to build love for you. Please help me in that process. So when you do that, then of course it's deeper. But yeah, what I'm saying is that even if you're not doing this from the first moment, or even if you're not doing it in a year, that's okay. Even if you're not doing, I have one person who told me this actually when was this? In May, when Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was here in Seattle. So she said that it took her so many years to get to the place of doing the 16 rounds every day. And it took her so many years to get to the place where she was not interested in the Bollywood movies and music anymore. And she encouraged me also. She was like, just take the next step. Wherever you are, take the next step. And that's it. Like, just go one step at a time. Go, be very, very gentle with yourself. Don't push against things, because when you push against things, then it's much harder to persist it, because it's like, okay, I can't do it. You feel bad about yourself. You're like, I can't do it. It's not happening. It's not possible. I can't do it. Then you are more likely to give up. But if you let yourself go with the flow, the ebb and the flow of the moments, and then you find where the flows are. Oh, okay. You find where the flows are, and you work with them. You work with them instead of fighting against them. Then you're more likely to keep it sustained. For me, this process has not been too different. No, so I have had this thing with many other things where I'm pushing and pushing and pushing, and I've just withdrawn. So but for this, for some reason, for the chanting, for some reason, I didn't push myself, and so it's happened. It's happening. I can see the changes happening more easily. So I need to take this advice and apply it to other areas of my life as well, and just allow myself to ebb and flow with all areas of my life. Okay, so let's do the verse. It's chapter 3, verse 32. And Bhagwan Sri Krishna talks about. So I'm finding this a little bit difficult, but I think it's in the translation. I'm finding it a little bit difficult because of. It's okay. I shouldn't bias. Okay. Ye tve tadabhyasuyanto nanotishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudhamstan vidhi nashta na chetasah. Okay. So, but those who out of envy disregard these teachings and do not follow them regularly are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavors for perfection. Okay. So those who ye tvetad ye however but those however those who etad this abhyasyunyanta out of envy, do not anutashti regularly perform my injunction. So those who do not regularly perform my injunction out of envy, but those who do not regularly perform my injunctions. So my injunctions, he's using me again. He's being very clear. My injunctions, my teachings. Sarva Jnana Vimodham Stan. So Mudha is foolish, kind of like, and Vimudha is like ultimately very foolish, perfectly befooled. So Sarva Jnana in all sorts of knowledge is perfectly befooled. Tan, they are in all sorts of knowledge perfectly befooled. Vidhi Nashtan Achetasha. Their knowledge is all ruined. Achetashaha, he's translating as, Prabhupada is translating as without Krishna consciousness, and Swami Mukundanand is translating it as devoid of discrimination. So they bring about their own ruin. And he says, but those who find faults with my teachings, being bereft of knowledge and devoid of discrimination, which is the Achetasha, they disregard these principles and bring about their own ruin. So, what Swami Mukundanand's commentary is good in this. He talks about having the faith that let me engage in this for now. So even if I don't see it, even if I don't feel it, even if I'm not able to understand it right now, I'll have faith and I will try it. So Swami Vivekananda had said this, that it changed my life when I was a teenager. He had said that when you want to go down a road, have faith about it. Give it your all, trust and like really, really, really try it. And then give up when you've tried it and it doesn't work. Don't give up before trying it, before knowing about it, So this is what he's saying also in like sort of. He's saying that have faith. It's called Shraddha, have faith. And so there must be veracity in it, which I cannot understand at present. Let me accept it for now. Engage in spiritual sadhana. I will be able to comprehend it in the future when I progress spiritually through sadhana. This attitude is called Shraddha or faith. And even for this, you need to have a certain thing, right? You cannot have faith in anything. There are things that we don't have any faith in, and they're probably true, but I don't have absolutely any faith in that. And I'm not going to go down that road because I don't, when I was an atheist, I didn't go down this road because there was no faith in it at all, and I can't force myself to have faith. So there has to be a certain path. But yes, once you decide that you're going to try this, then try it with everything that you've got. Once you feel like there is a little bit of a possibility. Yeah, so yeah, I feel that. I mean, I wish I knew Sanskrit, and I wish I would be able to. But yeah, this translation of Swami Vivekananda is a little bit more. It's a little bit less harsh. It's a little bit sweeter, so I like it a little bit more. Those who find fault in my teachings, being bereft of knowledge and devoid of discrimination, they disregard these principles and bring about their own ruin. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know, if you're ignorant, if you don't know something, and if you're not able to figure it out right now, I mean, wherever, it's okay if you're not able to figure it out. It's not a judgy thing, it's not a bad thing, but if you're not able to figure it out, then you disregard these principles and bring your own ruin. Okay, so that's it for today. We're going to do chapter 2, verse 33 tomorrow, and 34. And I wish you all a very, very beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.